We are going to explain the biological mechanics of the 8-month sleep regression in under 60 seconds. For weeks or even months, you finally had a system. Your baby was going down at a predictable hour, allowing you to reclaim some rest. Then, around 8 or 9 months, that system collapses. A baby who was sleeping soundly begins waking up every 2 hours, often found standing in their crib or kicking at 3 a.m. This looks like a developmental step backward, which is why the parenting world calls it a regression. This disruption is actually a byproduct of high-speed neurological growth. To understand the wake-ups, we have to look at what the brain is doing while the rest of the body is trying to rest. The chaos at 3 a.m. starts 12 hours earlier. At 8 months old, an infant's physical capabilities expand rapidly. This is the window for major gross motor milestones. Infants are coordinating their limbs to crawl, pulling their body weight up to a stand, and learning to sit up without assistance. Simultaneously, they cross a cognitive threshold called object permanence, the understanding that people and things still exist even when they are out of sight. Knowing a parent is nearby but invisible often triggers a sharp onset of daytime separation anxiety. The brain spends every waking hour absorbing a high volume of new physical and emotional data that it must eventually organize. Infant development is a structural construction project known as brain architecture. It is an active building process rather than a passive timeline. The scale of this construction is difficult to overstate. An infant's brain forms more than 1 million new neural connections every single second. This wiring is driven by serve and return interactions, the back-and-forth social and physical exchanges between a baby and their caregivers. This neurological workload creates a processing debt that the brain is forced to pay back when the sun goes down. When the baby finally goes to sleep, the brain shifts into processing overdrive. During this phase, the brain must hardwire those new daytime motor skills, the crawling and standing, into permanent memory. To do this, the brain sends motor signals down the spinal column to practice these physical movements while the baby is asleep. These signals are often strong enough to bypass the body's natural sleep paralysis. Because the paralysis is interrupted, the baby physically acts out the commands. Parents find them kicking their legs, sitting up, or pulling themselves up on the crib rails in the middle of the night. This wake-up is the physical side effect of a brain wiring itself for physical independence. The neurobiology shows that an 8-month sleep disruption is a sign of a healthy, thriving brain.